Welcome to Oracle Application Express Apex Regions, Linking to Other Pages, Part 2. So to see how powerful this is, let's walk through a real quick example of creating a form for our employees, and then creating a calendar that lists when they were hired inside of our organization, and then create a link between the two, so that when the end users run the calendar, they'll have links on the page that automatically take them to the edit form for the employee. Let's go in and create a real simple form to edit our employees. I'm going to create a new page, and I'm going to create a form based on a table or view, and I'm going to edit my employee information. I've created a real simple form that allows me to get information about my employees. What I'm going to do next is create a calendar that lists the hire date of all my existing employees, and for each one of those employees, I'm going to make their name into a link that will redirect me back to this page automatically with all of their information for me to edit. So I've created a real simple employees form. Now I'm going to go through and create another page with a calendar on it that has all of the information about my employees, and each one of those employee names that show up in the calendar is going to be a link that automatically redirects me back to this page. So I'm going to go back into Application, create a new page. I'm going to create a calendar. I'm going to create an easy calendar. This will be page number 53. And I'm going to call this Hire Date. So I'm going to select the Movies Employees table. I'm going to select Hire Date as my date column, and Employee Last Name is what I want displayed on the screen. I'm going to use Employee ID as my primary key. And here's where things get interesting. I have the ability to define the link properties for what's going to be displayed inside my calendar. I could create and edit a new page, I could link to a URL, or I could link to another page in the application, which is what I'm going to do. I can specify the employees page that I just created a little while ago, page number 52. It's going to ask me for the date item on the target page, and it's going to ask me for the primary key on the target page. I can open the link in the same window, or I can pop it up in a pop-up window. Here I'm going to open it in the same window, which basically means I'm going to redirect automatically. By using the wizard, Oracle will automatically create links on all of the pages with all of the necessary fields that we need as part of the URL along the top of the page here. You're not limited to using wizards. You can programmatically create all of this information inside your Oracle Apex application. We have a confirmation page here at the end of the wizard. So when we click Create and then run the page, I've stopped at May 2008. And if I go previous from here, you can see under April of 2008, I not only have the entries, but I actually have links that will take me to the other page. If I right-click on this and copy the link address and go back into my editor, let's erase these so it doesn't get confusing. And then I paste in this link, you can see all of the information is preserved for me automatically. There's my host name, or in this case, the IP address, port that I'm listening on, the /apex. There's my F procedure, and here's the parameters. Again, I want to go to Application 101, but instead of page 55, where I'm at right now, I want to be redirected to page 52. I get a new session ID that, again, Oracle will maintain all of the information for me behind the scenes about my login information. The next parameter I'm passing is the request keyword, of which I'm not making any in this particular request. The next parameter is the debug parameter. The next parameter is the clear cache parameter, of which I'm going to clear the cache for page 52. The next parameter is the parameter I'm going to pass to page 52, which is P52 employee ID. The next parameter is the value that I'm going to query on that page when I get redirected to it. And I'm not using the printer-friendly parameter, so there's nothing after this. Let's see if this works properly. When I click on Kumar, there I am, automatically taken to the input page for my employees. How could we do something like this programmatically? Well, let's take a look at page 6 that we've been working on up to this point. We have this interactive report on the middle of the page, and it automatically created for us this edit pencil icon along the left-hand side of the report. Maybe I don't want to give end users this little pencil icon on the left-hand side of the screen. Maybe I want to make the title itself a link to the page where I can edit movie information. How would I go about doing that? Well, let's take a look at editing page 6. I want to edit my list of movies region. And if I go into report attributes, I can turn off the link column. I can say exclude link column. And then if I say apply changes, and then I run the page again, in our interactive report, we've now removed the pencil icon, which allows users to edit the information that we see inside of the interactive report. The next thing we want to do is turn each one of the entries in the title column into a link that will automatically take us to the other page. We do have a problem though. When we created this interactive report, we didn't select the primary key for the interactive report. So we're going to have to go in there and make sure that that's available to us because we're going to use that value as our link value to the other page. So let's go in and edit this page. Let's edit list of movies. And we're going to have to add the column that we left off when we created it earlier. So let's select movie.movie ID, and we'll alias it as movie ID, and say apply changes. We get a warning message that's saying we're adding a new column. We say apply changes. Let's edit list of movies again. So now you see we have movie ID, but we need this for our link column, but we don't want to display it on the screen. So we're going to change it to hidden. How do we change title into a linkable field? Well, we edit title by clicking the pencil icon, scrolling down to column link, and filling in values here. We're going to display the title as our actual link. The target's going to be another page inside of this application. It's going to be page 4 where we enter our movie information. What are we going to pass to page 4? We're going to pass the movie ID, and the value is coming from movie ID on this page. Once we have all of that selected, we can then say apply changes. Notice how title is now changed into a link field. We click on apply changes again. When we run our page again, you can see how every entry in the title column is now a link. And let's just pick something like airplane. If I right click on it, say copy link address, take a look at it inside of our editor, you can see that it's going to reference application 101, page 4. It gives us a unique session ID. We're not in debug mode, and it's going to pass the value 11 to P4 movie ID. So let's see if this works. We click on airplane, and we're taken to that page automatically, and all of the fields are populated for us automatically. The URLs inside of Oracle Application Express look pretty scary, but once you understand how they work and how you can use them programmatically, you can make real powerful changes to your application relatively easily.